Yeah, this is serious. I'm putting my lab coat on, right? So whenever you are creating some new technology, there are two kinds of problems. Problems that can be engineered away and problems that cannot. Problems that can be engineered away can also be thought as problems which you can resolve just by improving the design. One really good example of that would be computers.
Now, computers were extremely large, and I do mean extremely large. So one of the problems was that having a personal computer was impossible. But this is a problem that could be engineered away. You see, you can make computers just more efficient and smaller and more dense, and thus at some point you will be able to create a personal computer which is small and can fit under a desk, on top of the desk, like a desktop.
On the other hand, an example of a problem which you cannot engineer away, or a problem which you can only solve by changing the entire design, would be a candle.
When you have a candle, you can work on improving the fuel, you can work on improving the shape so that it would burn more efficiently, but eventually, in order to get something that's actually way more efficient, you have to invent a light bulb, which works in a totally different way. So you cannot just engineer the problem of its inefficiency away. You have to create something new.
But where am I going with this? Well, I'm going to the specific thing, because you see, whenever we are creating some new technology, really often the problems are the same. They are rather existential. For example, an atomic bomb. Dropping atomic bombs everywhere would be a bad thing for everyone. Or a hyper-intelligent AGI with misaligned goals would also mean the end of mankind. But there is one technology where the problem is much more subtle than that. And those are prosthetics. Very specific kind, the high technology kind, because you see, prosthetics pose a threat to only individual people. You see, when it comes to the atomic bombs and the hyper-intelligent misaligned AGI, the threat is existential to everyone. On the other hand, if you have some kind of prosthetic made by a company, let's just call it company X, and if you say something bad about company X, well, there is a possibility that company X might just override your prosthetic, and then there's nothing you really can do. This is not a problem which you can engineer away. You can improve the prosthetics and you can make them better, but you cannot really solve this one. And no matter what you do, there won't be any companies which would solve this problem. So are we doomed? Well, not quite. You see, we might receive help from organizations, because they can do something which companies cannot. They can open the projects. You see, it is really hard to hide some specific features in some software, especially dangerous ones. So if you take the code, or very rarely hardware, and make this open source, open to the public, then the public can check the code and the hardware. And then we can have the certainty that our prosthetics are safe. But no company would ever agree to that, because that basically means, well, making no money. Why would anyone buy your product when they just have it already? They already have the code and the specific design for the hardware. But organizations don't have this issue. They are not making things for money, so releasing them open source is not a problem. And that's why I'm making this video. Because I just learned about open muscle.
Alright, I should clarify things here, because what I've said in this video is, I would say, relatively controversial. I'm not saying that companies that make prosthetics are evil. All I'm saying that when it comes to medicine, openness is always a good thing. And whilst for normal drugs it won't really work because they are dangerous when overdosed, prosthetics are different. You can buy every single part for a prosthetic and it will be safe. You can download the software and it once again will be safe. So having an open alternative for a prosthetic is just objectively better. And when you consider the quality of this open project, then you will quickly realize just how great it is. And if we could only for a second look past this absolutely ridiculously handsome face, then we could see the absolutely ridiculously impressive inventions. But I won't show them over here, obviously not. Go watch the videos yourselves, they're amazing.
You ever get this thing where you just wake up, you read about something on the internet and you are so amazed that you just have to make a YouTube video? No, is it just only me? Well, yes, open muscle. I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed. So that's why I made this video. It's a bit unstructured because I made this a bit quicker than the rest of my videos, but I just had to let you know that a project like this exists out there and there is hope for mankind because it is truly amazing. If you'd like to learn more, then go to sodaguyz, link in the description, and in which corner I never remember. For now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye! This is fun.
One subscriber, one video. Subscriber, one subscriber, one video. Subscriber.